Okay, so I had these on because I wanted to do cardio, but not happening. We is running a little bit late to work. We have 25 seconds left to the Yeezys release through the Adidas confirmed app, and my heart is racing fast. Like, and that was a fail. So it's Wednesday, and as you can tell, I'm not feeling great. It's pretty late. I left work earlier because I didn't feel so well, and I kind of feel like vomiting. So I was home resting all day, and I'm finally almost done editing my video. I'm just out of it. But I quickly wanted to show you guys what I didn't finish cooking on Monday. So that's gonna be my ground beef and a couple veggies, since I'm not training cardio anything. I'm not lifing today, I'm just resting. So yeah, to start off, I use this size pan, I guess medium, and I put a little bit of water so the ground beef doesn't cook so dry, because I like it quite juicy. So like I mentioned on Monday, I buy the 96.4, meaning 96% lean ground beef from HEB, and I find that it's the ground beef with the most flavor. I tried the Kroger one and I hated it, and I tried like a brand name one and I didn't like it. I really just like the HEB brand. Just in case you didn't know, I'm Mexican. So you know I'm about to make this like picadillo, which is like a Mexican meat with certain seasoning. But I am using this one, which is like a tomato flavor. And I have the same one, but in the chicken flavor. This, I think, gives it the most flavor. And I use chopped onions. Now, most of the time, 90% of the time, I like my ground beef spicy. So I will go ahead and use these two. And I use a lot of it because I like it spicy. This is just cayenne pepper, and then this is paprika. So we use 5 different things. Now this is pretty much heating up. I'm gonna go ahead and throw in the onions first. And this also gives it a lot of, look how much I put, just watch. You have to cough sometimes to know it's spicy enough. But it is best, guys. I would never get tired of this ground beef. And as you can see, I don't measure anything. I just kind of use this ball that came here. Now the chicken. See, that's how I know I put enough. Now for the chicken one, I do put a little bit more than the tomato flavor, just because I really like this. No, I guess it's about the same. In about a few minutes, I'll go ahead and throw in the meat. And by the way, this is like on medium high just to kind of get the water going. But once I throw in the meat, I do lower it a bit. I don't like to cook on like super high heat. And I'll just break this apart. And I just keep breaking it into small pieces, and then I think I'll break it up once more. Yeah, I actually might leave it in this heat because it's not too bad. Okay, so I don't cover it. I just kind of leave it open so that some of the water does evaporate. I don't want it to be too juicy now. I just want it to be enough. And basically, this is how it looks for now. As you can see, it still has its reddish color, raw color. Letting it cook for a good, I don't know, 3-5 minutes, and then I'll start mixing it around. As you can see, it's more of a color now. It's half reddish, half color. This is the time that I like to mix it around. So I see it should be done in like a few more minutes. And I did lower the heat to in between medium and medium high, like when I cooked the chicken. And yeah, this is how we're looking, and that's how I know it's pretty much ready. So I lower the heat once again just to medium. Once again, don't want to dry it too much, and the water should just be good enough on its own. See how there's still a little bit left, but it's not too much. It's just enough to keep the ground beef still juicy. So you see, it's so easy to cook ground beef. It's my favorite to cook because it's so quick. So when I'm really hungry, I'll just cook ground beef and the white rice, and I'm good in like 10 minutes. And I'm saying 10 because of the rice. I think this cooks quicker than that. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna show you for now. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and you know, like shower and just honestly rest, because I'm still trying to just be fully energized tomorrow. And I'm sorry I didn't record as much yesterday. I kind of got to the gym and I just snapped and something clicked in, and I was just in my own zone, like working out, and I didn't notice until like my second or third set. I was like, why so serious? But it happens. I have those days, and I didn't get to record yesterday, but of course I will record my workout next week. What's up, you guys? Okay, so it is now the next day, as you can see, and that day I trained legs, and since it is my most awaited video, I wanted to go ahead and do the voiceover. As you can see, I'm warming up with some body weight squats. I always like to do these before I start leg day to, you know, just get my muscles up and running. And I am also doing this exercise here to warm up my hips. For some reason, my left hip has always been tight. As you can kind of tell in the video, if you look closely, it kind of looks like it's cracking a bit. But they do help me with my mobility, so I always like to do these. And now I'm doing a couple kickbacks as well to just really open up the hips and get the glutes activated before I start my workout. For this workout, I am starting with leg presses, and you probably can tell, but this is a low weight, high rep kind of situation going on. This really helps just activate your glutes, your hamstrings, and your quads. So I really like this. Few tips that I have for this is to go as low as you can. I know it all depends on the flexibility, but the lower you go, the closer your legs are to your chest, the better. And make sure you are pushing through your heels only to really activate the glutes. Now we're moving on into some barbell Romanian deadlifts, and these are Romanian because you keep your legs a little bit more stiff as a regular deadlift. And we are going to superset these with a wide leg barbell Romanian deadlift that you'll see in a bit. Here are the wide leg Romanian deadlift. So as you can see, my legs are open a little bit wider, and instead of having my toes pointed straight forward in front of me, I kind of have them a little bit open. This allows the hips to really open up, and as you can see, my back is straight the whole time. I am bending over, but I'm not bending my knees. I'm just stretching my hamstrings enough to feel my glutes and hamstrings activated, and then I'm pulling straight up. And every time that I do go up, I am making sure that I am squeezing my glutes to really activate them. Back at it again with the leg press. But this time we are doing heavier weight, as you can see, so we are doing less reps. The most I did with this much weight was just 10 reps. And as you can see, I'm doing them slow and controlled compared to the ones at the beginning where I was kind of moving a little bit faster because of the lower weight. But because this is heavier weight, I really like to control going up and down so that I can really just activate everything. And now for everyone's favorite, the squat. However, this is a sumo squat, so again, my legs are open a little bit more wide apart. And you really want to focus on going as low as you can on these. I wish I could go lower, but again, my left hip starts bothering me if I go lower than this. But if you can go lower, that's better. And also, as you can see here, I do have my legs a little bit pointed out, but my heels are pretty much aligned with my knees. And also my elbows are not too far back to where I would kind of put the bar right on my back to put my pressure. I have them, as you can see, parallel and right next to my upper body. I don't have them too forward or too out, just at the right position there. And yes, you want to make these ugly faces while squatting. Just kidding. You do want to make sure though you are squeezing your glutes ugly like you saw earlier, but this is really gonna activate the glute and, you know, keep the tension. And if you thought these squats were enough, they were not. I am supersetting the squats with alternating jumping lunges, and after you do these, you literally feel like you just want to crawl because you're already tired from the squats, and then these, so it's death. Moving along, here we have the single leg split lunge, I guess you could call it. I was supposed to do a different workout, but at the time I wasn't sure, and my coach wasn't available, and when I was doing these, so I just went ahead and did these because I know these really target my glute, especially your under glute and your hamstring. Girl, you will feel it. Also, as you can see, I have the dumbbell on the side of the leg that is behind me. And with these, you also do want to push straight from your heels, just like any other leg workout, to make sure you are activating your glute. Now that most of your legs are numb by now and you feel like a crippled, you are gonna go ahead and work on the calf. So here I'm just doing some seating calf raises, and I am pointing my feet out, and then I'm switching to pointing my feet inward to make sure I'm working my outer and inner calf. Notice that I am doing these controlled. A lot of the times I see people doing these fast, but I feel like when you do it at this tempo that you really just hit your calves and make them burn. I didn't mention this in the previous clips, but when you do calves, you do want to make sure that you do a full movement. You don't want to do a half up and down. You kind of want to bring all the way down. And as you can see, since on the previous ones I was doing inward and outward, these are just straight forward. My feet are just doing regular calf raises, but on the leg press, which are actually one of my favorites. Another thing I want to point out that really helped me, or at least I have noticed that helps me, is to not lock my knees when I do these, but have these a little bit bent, and I feel so much more tension in my calves. I'm trying to hold this without moving it so much. So I just got home from the gym, and today's leg day. Today's leg day was the worst in the best way possible. By worst, I mean workouts that I haven't done in a while. Weird ones that I couldn't even get. I didn't even understand how to do them. I had to like call my coach to be like, what in the world are you making me do today? And I don't think I've worked calves that much or that many reps before in sets. So my calves were giving up by the end of the workout, but it was still a good workout. So I'm just gonna eat my last meal and then take a shower because I have to take I'm drenched in sweat. Like on leg day, I just can't wait to like get home and take a shower because I just sweat so much. But yeah, I'm gonna eat my last meal, take a shower, go to bed. I'm not sure if I'm gonna edit the vlog here or maybe till tomorrow and then edit it on Saturday. I'll see where I decide to cut off. I guess it depends how much content I have, but I hope you do like the leg day footage. So I will try my best to do the voiceover this time. Hopefully when you watch this video I figured it out, because I feel like my leg day is the most requested workout video, and I kind of want to explain to you like what I'm doing. And it's honestly, leg day is one of my favorite because I just love the challenge. I feel like any other day is kind of easy. Except back can be a little challenging, but legs is a challenge from like even the warm-up. So yeah. What else did I want to say? Yeah, I think that's it for now. So I hope you guys enjoyed these past clips and see you in the next one.